What's the scenery like?
Great if you're in the desert.
Well, we arranged the flight path specially.
Yeah, I really appreciate that, fellas.
Proceed to Angels 3-8.
Confirming, climbing to Angels 3-8.
Roger. How's the baby?
Rocking in the cradle gently.
That's good to hear. Make sure you keep it gentle.
I'll do that.
Got an update on that storm.
Don't copy all of that.
Janice, do it.
I got some static here.
It'll be out of range.
Copy that, Delta 7.
The timing has been calculated to the
update.
exact second.
Storm. Northeast.
That's why you employed me.
Knots. Do you copy that, Delta 7?
Precision is an art that,
Delta 7. Do
apparently,
you copy?
Thrush has abandoned.
In and out. Where's the static coming from? Say again, Butterfly. I don't copy you.
They can't hear us. Oil pressure's dropping. What the hell is going on? Controls are going haywire. Something's jamming us. We're losing altitude. Mayday! Mayday! I can't bring her up. I can't bring her up. Mayday! Mayday!
You may consider your organization as having come of age, Mr. Kemp.
Thrush is now a nuclear power.
Mr. Kowalski, as engrossing and stimulating as these interrogations always are, this is the only thrush I have ever seen. A songbird of the family Turdidae, especially of the genus Turdus. Related to the robin, the wood thrush?
I am not playing games with you, Sephrin.
No, of course not. You don't know how to play them. You don't understand the sophistication of the guidelines. If this is an example of the new modern uncle agents, I must confess to a moment of disappointment. I find your abrasive interrogations lacking in both subtlety and finesse. Napoleon Solo would ask the same questions, but he would do it with style. Ilya Kuryakin would chill your blood without revealing a single emotion. Both before your time, of course. I suppose it's a reflection of what's happening around us. Difficult for men of flair, urbanity, and style to flourish in this treadmill society. And now I've had enough of your South Bronx harassment, Mr. Kowalski. You can tell your superiors that, if you'll excuse me. Our interview is over. Remember, a crease in number 5950 36's G. Okay. I have to go to my cell now. Oh, by the way, speaking of superiors, my condolences on the passing of Alexander Waverly, the man of true style.
Excuse me.
They looked abandoned in the study of your English cast, so we thought they might make you feel more at home. You'll also find your desk stocked with your personal files, stationery, letterheading, fountain pens, paper clips, a copy of the London Times will be delivered every morning. There's jasmine tea in the top left-hand drawer, and anything else you want, just buzz me for it. My desk is right outside.
Who are you?
Just think of me as your girl Friday.
How's it going, Friday?
Fine. That's Janice Friday. Welcome to Uncle Sir John.
Charming. Sir John, I'm Benjamin Kowalski. This here's Olson and Rossetti. We're Section 2. How you doing?
I'm doing very well, thank you, Mr. Kowalski. Gentlemen, will you sit down?
You've read the coded reports?
Well, it's some time ago that I was in naval intelligence. Perhaps you'd tell me about the H-957 device.
She went down about 20 miles south of Anchorage.
She wasn't armed, presumably.
No. And we got the one guy in the United States who can arm it in an uncle's security cell so tight a cockroach would need a pass to get in or out. Thrush is out of luck.
Thrush. That's a name I haven't heard for 15 years.
You know, Justin Seferin escaped 2 days ago. You understand what I'm saying to you?
There is a similarity between our two languages, Mr. Kowalski.
What do you think Seferin will want?
Probably your country.
Your report?
We have the device, but,
But what?
Bergman died last night in Helsinki. Pneumonia. We had no idea he was so ill, which leaves us with no one to arm the bomb.
We'll find someone. Come, Guido. Piers Castilian.
Welcome home, Commander.
You're the only man I can trust to this monumental task.
Come with me. Everything's going according to your plan, Commander. And all the specialists you requested, they're all here, including Janice. And the entire Thrush organization is coming back together again as though it had never been disbanded. And now you're here. No power on Earth can stand in our way.
Any other arrangements?
The courier is ready?
And he understands you to talk only to Sir John Raleigh, the new head of Uncle?
Yes, sir.
And when the ransom is delivered, there is only one Uncle agent who may deliver it?
The man to whom you refer is no longer an Uncle agent.
I don't care where he is or what he's doing, that's Uncle's problem. Napoleon Solo is part of the ransom demand. Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
Send for the courier.
Right away, sir.
Come along, let me show you something.
The day will come.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, Uncle and the United States government have gone into a kind of uneasy partnership. To put it simply, we've been held up to ransom. 350 million for the return of the nuclear device. Now, that's exactly what the H-957 program cost. If we do not deliver, the device will be detonated somewhere within the United States. The communication is signed at the bottom with a small, delicate drawing of a thrush.
That H-957 device is just a pile of intricately wired junk if it's unarmed. There's only 4 men in the world who know how to arm it. Our man, he's under guard in Washington. Schmidt in Berlin, it's a maximum security installation, and he carries cyanide. Bergman, the Swede, he died of pneumonia in Helsinki last night.
And the other one?
The one who designed the H-957 device, Carlton Pennington Smythe, your fellow countryman. He died 6 months ago. Seferin's bluffing.
Perhaps, Mr. Kowalski. That's not a chance I'm prepared to take. The location of the ransom demand will be delivered to us by tomorrow night. Overall, we have 72 hours. There is one more interesting codicil to this demand. The ransom is to be delivered by an ex-Uncle agent. He's been asked for specially. One Napoleon Solo.
Who is this guy?
Miss Gagan, pick up the courtesy telephone. Miss Gagan, please.
Your bet, Mr.
Solo. Napoleon Solo.
Yes, I'm aware. It's my bad.
You appear to be hesitating, Mr. Solo. Surely a sum of $5,000 isn't daunting to a capitalist of your means.
My means?
Elegance in the cut of your suit, the style of your play. I can usually judge a man's station in life by his surroundings.
My station?
Mm-hmm.
New York City. The Alexandria Park Hotel.
Oh, penthouse suite. Permanent resident.
As a matter of fact, yes.
Excellent. To be elegant in the Western world, you require money. My government has to understand you cannot run a national ballet company on rave reviews and wilting roses. Without funds, there would be no theater into which you could bring your warmth back into the hearts of the Western world.
And certainly in this heart.
You are very kind, Mr. Solo.
I'm not quite so sure your boss would agree.
Telephone call from Mr. Flood. Mr. Gerald Flood, please.
Bet 5,000.
Call.
Very good.
Queen's over eights. 2 pairs showing.
2 pair also. Ace is open.
Bad for the tongue. But we have all day to negotiate further.
We've tried Mr. Solo everywhere, Sir John. No one's seen him for days.
He must be out of town. And Mr. Kiriakin?
I'll try again.
Jack, take these. I'll be back in a minute. No, it's all wrong. How many more times? This has to be lower, and the split has to be higher and to the side.
That'll make it a belt. Perhaps you could fit it yourself, Mr. Kiriakin.
Leave it.
Telephone call from Mr. Elliott. Mr. Paul Elliott, please.
You have me at a disadvantage, Mr. Solo. You know my profession. I haven't asked you what your business is.
I sell computers.
Modern technology. Wonderful. Card. Raise 5,000.
Picked up some bad capitalistic habits on your American tour, Comrade Vasilevich. It's too rich for my blood. The day is yours.
Thank you.
You are a good loser, Mr. Solo.
Thank you. Maybe Caesars will spring for a bus ticket back to New York. Good day, Miss Markovich.
Mr. Solo, perhaps we will meet again in New York. Would you engrave a Cracker Jack ring for me?
What?
Breakfast at Tiffany's. Remember, Audrey Hepburn wanted to have a Cracker Jack ring engraved at Tiffany's.
Oh, yes, of course I remember that. Well, I'd be happy to meet you at any time for any reason, Miss Markovich.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Mr. Solo paid.
Don't you know that hurts?
Enough. You mustn't run away like that. They've got their instructions. There is only so far that I may protect you. Your gallantry is laudable, Mr. Solo, but misplaced. Miss Markovich has brought this upon herself.
Please.
All right. In the interest of détente, one more hand. Showdown poker. 5 cards. Face up. Winner takes all. I get my money back, or you double yours.
Well, I want to watch this. I don't want to catch.
You're on.
Mr. Kuryakin won't answer. We know he's at the salon. Do you want me to send Mr. Kowalski to bring him in?
Heaven forbid. There's no offense, Kowalski. Now, there's only one man who can bring Ilya Kuryakin right back into the fold. Can't talk to Kuryakin, we can't find Solo. How can Uncle find a bomb? If we could only reach Solo before the time runs out. I wonder. Try Channel D.
What is this?
New battery in my pacemaker. Excuse me for just a moment.
Would Mr. Gary Shepard report to the front desk, please?
Open Channel D.
Mr. Solo?
Yes?
What's the password?
Well, it's been 15 years. I assumed you changed it.
What was it?
Well, for this time of the day and this time of year, the swallows will return to Capistrano.
Exactly. Mr. Solo, I presume that this communication is a little out of the blue.
Oh, yes. Matter of fact, my pen hasn't talked to me in some time.
But you're still carrying it?
Well, for good luck, which is about to pass me by.
Where are you?
I'm in a back room at Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas with $30,000 on the bread line.
Your debts at the casino will be settled in the next 5 minutes.
Well, my old uncle was always very generous. I understand that he recently passed away.
Yes. I'm Sir John Raleigh. I'm your new uncle. We need you. Desperately.
But a generously philanthropic uncle would come in rather handy right now. What do I have to do to earn it?
Return to New York immediately. Time's running out fast. Thrush are back in operation. So is Justin Sefrin.
All right, I'll see you in New York tomorrow morning, Sir John. Oh, is Ilya Kuryakin still with Uncle?
No, he resigned some years ago. We've been trying to get in touch with him.
Resigned? That doesn't sound like Ilya. All right, you can fill me in on the details tomorrow morning, Sir John. Right now, I've got some unfinished business. One final card and a lovely lady in distress. Out.
Final card. Lady in distress.
Doesn't sound like such hot stuff to me.
My apologies for the delay, comrade. You're sitting with a possible full house, and I'm sitting with a possible straight flush. I'll let you decide which of us takes the last card first.
I will take it.
Cards. Regardless of ideology, a straight flush beats a full house.
Mr. Solo, you must help me. Don't let them take me back, please.
Miss,
You said that you would be happy to see me again under any circumstances.
well, I know, but
Mr. Solo, there are the KGB. The orders are to stay.
perhaps we should discuss it later. Get your head down. What are you doing?
I want to be with you.
You're already with me. Apparently, I'm abducting you.
No, you are rescuing me. Oh, it's just like Bullet. You remember that film?
Yes, I believe I recall it. Miss Markovich.
Andrea, at a moment like this, you must call me Andrea.
Andrea, at a moment like this, we're likely to get our heads blown off. You're getting into my car makes me an accessory to whatever it is you're trying to do.
Defect. I have wanted to defect ever since I saw my first American movie at the age of 9 in Leningrad. Elmer Chantry.
Shoot the tires! Shoot!
When you stopped that man from hitting in the casino, you said, "Don't you know that hurts?" And then you hit him. Just like Burt Lancaster when the man was hitting Shirley Jones. Oh, I never thought that anybody would rescue me. Just like Burt Lancaster. Oh, shoot, Mr. Solo, shoot!
I don't carry a gun anymore. Kind of got out of the habit. Tomorrow night I might have been a little bit more prepared for this. After a visit to my uncle.
Can your uncle help us?
Not at this moment, no.
Napoleon Solo, Uncle's finest. Spot a bother. Now that's not cricket. Just in case.
Playing cards with Comrade Vasilievich at Caesar's wasn't your idea by any chance?
No, my only idea was somehow to escape.
Cut them off!
Oh, don't let them take me back, Mr. Solo, please.
Sorry about the question. Old habits die hard. Hold on! I have no intention of taking you back.
Come on! Come on!
You boys want to buy a car?
Do you see that license plate? JB. Oh, it's just like on Her Majesty's Secret Service.
Always available to help a colleague.
Oh, your apartment is so fantastic. I just can't get over it.
My maiden Aunt Amy left it to me so I'd always have a roof over my head and a view of Central Park. This way?
Comrade Vasilievich was right. You do have style.
Thank you.
Oh, is this your office?
Yes?
It's very beautiful.
Well, it's a bit warmer than the computer room at my work. Now, you must be tired from that long flight. I just want you to take it easy. Don't leave the suite. Don't answer the phone. You could order room service. I'll be back later, all right?
Are you going to see your uncle?
Yes.
Someday, I would like to meet him.
Well, I'm quite looking forward to it myself.
Mr. Solo.
Napoleon. You must call me Napoleon at a moment like this.
Napoleon. Thank you.
I think we should discuss this further this evening. Well, incidentally, this apartment only has one bedroom. But not to worry. I'll hang a blanket over a clothesline. Nothing?
No.
It happened one night. Remember? Del Gloria's Tailor Shop, 2nd and 40th.
He is on his way to Uncle.
Hit it. Hit it.
Hit what?
Hit it. I want to go in the back.
Oh, yeah? Well, I do all my business in the front. You know what I mean?
Well, I do all my business in the back. Do you know what I mean?
No, I don't know what you mean. What are you, some kind of a building inspector? You think that wall's gonna fall down or something?
You don't seem to understand. I want to see my uncle.
Yeah, well, your uncle ate in the back of my shop hiding. You got that? Now get out of here before I call a cop.
How long have you owned this shop?
12 years. Moved from Queens. Is that all right with you? What was it? You and your uncle used to meet back here in the shop in Lag Quarters?
Yeah, we used to meet here. It was 15 years ago. I guess he moved. Sorry.
Yeah, your uncle used to live in the back of a tailor shop? Well, I guess apartments is pretty tough to find. Where do you live? The basement of the Pan Am building?
Thank you for your trouble.
Hey, no trouble. Listen, if you ever get lonely and you want to tap the walls looking for your uncle, come on by.
Taxi! Hey, buddy. You want to go to the novelty shop?
I'm actually looking for a tailor shop.
If you want to see your uncle, I go to the novelty shop.
I need more temple.
Welcome back to Uncle, Mr. Solo. If you'll remove your visitor's badge. I believe this is yours, number 11. Sir John is waiting for you. My name is Janice Friday, and if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them for you. I know it's been a long time.
Yes, it is.
I'll be here to help you in any way I can. But remember, the only person to have all of his work done by Friday was Robinson Crusoe.
That's good. It's very good. I'll remember that.
Come right in. I gather that you are Napoleon Solo.
Yes.
I'm John Raleigh.
Any relation to...
Sir Walter, direct descendant. Yes, the old boy left my family a drafty castle, 100 guineas a year, and a potato crop. I want to show you some photographs. Justin Zephyrin. Now, he'd been a model prisoner for 15 years, so the authorities moved him from a maximum security installation to an honor farm. He'd only been there a month when he escaped 3 days ago. The H-957, the most powerful, effective nuclear device in the world. The ransom is 350 million. You're to deliver it.
Where?
We'll know that tonight. What we also don't know is the location of the new Thrush headquarters. I hope you'll help us to find it. You're the only man in the organization who can understand Zephyrин's mind.
And Thrush has a man who can arm this bomb.
Well, the man that they had died on them a couple of nights ago in Helsinki. The rest of them are protected until we discover this young man. Nigel Pennington Smythe. He's the son of the man who originally designed the bomb. He's an actor. He's in the Royal Shakespeare Company on Broadway. He's also an artist. He helped his father with the blueprints. He also has a rather famous photographic memory. He might be able to arm the bomb. And Thrush may have got hold of him already. He needs protection. We have only 44 hours until Zephyrin informs us that the bomb has been exploded somewhere in the United States. We have got to find it quickly.
I can't do this alone. I need help. I need Ilya Kuryakin.
That's not so easy. You see, he resigned from Uncle.
Why?
I'm not too clear on that. There was an incident in Yugoslavia. It was aborted. The girl was killed. There's a question of betrayal.
And Uncle left him out in the cold?
Perhaps this will help you. Now, these men arrived outside New York this morning. The fat man there is Alexei Kemp. He is a lieutenant of Zephyrin's. Now, the second man I'm not too sure about, but I think he's an ex-Uncle agent called Janus. He was Mr. Kuryakin's backup field officer in Yugoslavia.
He betrayed Ilya.
Only Mr. Kuryakin knows who betrayed him.
Where would I find Mr. Kuryakin now?
Mr. Solo, with your high fashion sense, you mean you never heard of Vanyas?
Vanyas? Uncle Vanyas. All loyalties die hard.
I'd like to welcome you all to Vanyas, ladies and gentlemen, and to the first showing of Mr. Kuryakin's Free.
Lost?
No, I'm not lost. No, I'm... what am I doing here? Yes, I'm looking for, Ilya. Mr. Kuryakin.
Mr. Kuryakin spends very little time backstage during the show. He's usually out front.
He's not out front today?
No. He's pitching.
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 In Central Park, pitching softball.
That's a flowing line. Paxton look, but in the richest stuff. Can be worn to the most casual cocktail party or the most elegant
What is pitching?
And now a real treat.
Oh.
This is Wanda in a white sequin.
Some airline is having their uniforms redesigned, and that lady buyer's gonna melt when she sees those blue eyes. Don't we all?
And now
Where is he pitching today? He said he was pitching? Where?
52nd and Lex. The Russian cafe?
Right, yes, yes. Where else? Yes.
By the way, it's not Mrs., it's Ms. I've never been married.
Neither have I. Well,
What a wonderful coincidence.
I've made some preliminary sketches.
They're wonderful. And so are you.
Napoleon.
What about him?
No. I just spotted an old friend of mine. We used to work together. But that was a long time ago.
In the fashion business?
No, the cat and mouse business. Trouble used to follow him around in those days. He's looking well.
The KGB, Das Vidania.
I guess those days are over.
Well, what a delightful surprise. Actually, I don't have time to chat you lads up.
We'd like our ballerina back.
On the other hand, since you put it that way,
I guess those days are back again. Would you excuse me a moment, Mrs. Delquist? It is you.
Got a minute?
Sure.
I knew coming here was a mistake.
You know those guys?
Just acquaintances. I have something that belongs to them. They want it back.
And what might that be?
Her. Andrea Markovich.
You kidnapped her?
She kidnapped me. She wants to defect.
Well, where is she now?
At a penthouse in the Alexandria Park Hotel.
You didn't waste much time introducing her to the decadent delights of Western civilization.
I lived there.
I thought your Aunt Amy lived there.
There was a time. So, what have you been doing for the last 15 years?
Surviving?
Vanya's? I'd say you're doing a little more than surviving.
How about you?
Oh, investments, a little gambling, a little traveling. My own computer business.
You get a lot of Russian ballerinas wanting to defect in that line of work?
Actually, she's the first one. And she's not the reason I came looking for you.
Yes, our uncle has been calling. Whatever the problem is, the answer is no.
Our old uncle has been replaced by a new one.
Yes, I was sorry to hear that.
He's in trouble.
I'm not interested.
It's Saffron. He's escaped from jail.
I'm still not interested.
How about a hot dog?
Not up to your usual culinary standards, is it?
One dog with ketchup and onions.
What is Thrush to bargain with?
They've got a nuclear device pointed directly at our throats. Unless I come up with $350 million within 42 hours, Saffron will detonate it.
And make it look as if the Russians are responsible, no doubt.
No, his ransom note said he would make it look accidental. Not only will it devastate part of the United States, but it will totally destroy our energy program.
Well, how's he going to do that?
Well, that's for us to find out. For the sake of the world.
Don't throw the world at me. Here.
Thank you.
How many times did we save it?
Constantly, as I recall. But this one is really going to be difficult.
No, I can't do it. I swore I'd never go back to Uncle.
What happened?
Oh, forget it.
Why won't you tell me?
Because I don't want to talk about it.
We shared a lot of things in the past. Our new uncle says it was a mission in Yugoslavia. A girl was killed.
Death was an occupational hazard.
Yes, for us. But you were responsible for the girl, weren't you? Didn't Uncle give you a backup?
I had a backup.
This is one of Sefrin's organizers. A fat, sweating weasel named Alexei Kemp. He flew into a small airport in Upper New York State this morning. He's at the Blakemore Hotel.
How many times do I have to tell you? I'm not interested.
He didn't fly in alone. I'm not sure who the second man is.
He's a killer. He worked for Uncle. He was also a double agent for Thrush. His code name was Janus.
Was he the man in Yugoslavia?
You know damn well he was.
You feel better?
Much better. Thanks.
Glad I was around to help. Save your aggression for Janus. I need you, Ilya.
I'll go to the Blakemore.
We want him alive till we find the bomb.
I know what to do with Janus, and when.
We'll take it easy. I don't want any uncharacteristic emotion to carry you away.
It won't.
Good.
You must have been pretty sure of your persuasive rhetoric.
No, actually just your sense of morality.
Oh, that old thing. No, I still have mine. Nostalgia. But I'm all out of exploding buttons. They might be a bit of a fatal liability in the fashion business.
I know just where to fix you up.
All men. What happened to the beautiful girls who used to work for Uncle?
They're in the Uncle home.
Well, you must be Ilya Kuryakin.
Welcome, Mr. Kuryakin. I'm John Raleigh. This is Benjamin Kowalski. He'll be working with you. We'll give you some aids to see you through this affair. There's no time for retraining. Friday, weapons room.
Yes, Sir John. Your contact is Z.
So much for the welcome home amenities. Must be Z.
As in Zorro?
Mr. Kuryakin. Mr. Solo, Sir John told me to expect you. Well, gentlemen, let's begin. Mr. Solo, one identification bracelet. Please do not wear it in the shower or in the rain. It explodes when immersed in water. This is a .357 Magnum. As we all know, it's not quite so powerful as a .44 caliber Magnum. However, we have modified this to fit these bullets, which also happen to be grenades. Please don't be fooled by the size. That could demolish half a city block. You only have 3 of them. Please use them judiciously.
Well, if the elevator doors don't open on time, I promise to contain myself. What happened to the Special Uncle guns we used to carry?
They're in the Special Uncle wing of the Smithsonian. Gentlemen, both of you will be issued these cases with the new guns. Mr. Kuryakin, a watch. Also a transmitter, a communicator, a tracking device, magnetized, a compass. This belt has microcircuitry sewn into the leather. The buckle can also be used as a welding device. A small acetylene torch. And 1 silver cap in the heel of this shoe. An explosive charge, also magnetized. Gentlemen, I hope you appreciate the delicacy of these weapons, especially the ones you wear.
I'll try to bring them back in one piece.
Just try to bring yourself back in one piece.
I'll do my best.
I believe she was speaking to both of us.
Oh.
I have already told your uncle that I have no intention of being chaperoned about New York like some 6-year-old schoolboy being sent off to Brighton to visit his auntie for the weekend.
Darling, darling, darling. Top for the 5 and 9. Oh, God, you are good. Wasn't he a wonderful Iago? There you are. An early first night party. Ah, here are the drinks.
Oh, Freddie.
Now, look, here we are, darling. 2 bloody bulls, here. Greyhound.
Open Channel D. How is it with you, old friend?
Freezing. How is it with you?
Rough. Our English friend doesn't believe there's a threat to him.
Will you tell our English friend that I'm looking at the threat right now, waiting for him to take a bath?
Through the window?
Don't worry, I'll avert my eyes. Wait a minute. I think our thrush friend is about to wash the dirt out of his feathers. Out.
Cheers, darling.
This guy doesn't seem very worried. Somebody wants to use his brain for a blueprint and his body for chopped liver.
That's what Thrush is counting on.
Hello? Hello?
Who are you?
Engineer of telephone. You have fault on incoming line.
Why come at this time of night?
No, could not be done before. We get call from hotel at 5. At 6, my boss calls hotel, but manager has gone home. At 8 o'clock, night manager calls. 9 o'clock, my boss, he calls me at home in New Jersey. A favor to do him. You know what it's like, traffic on bridge of George Washington? Happy you should be I am coming here at all.
Look, I'm an actor, not a technician. I couldn't put a bomb like that together if my life depended on it.
But you know how to detonate it, and you worked on dozens of blueprints with your father, and you have a photographic memory.
Look, you say my life's in danger. Well, the only killing I'm expecting is in the Times. You're fussing for nothing.
Am I? You ran in the New York Marathon 3 days ago.
Yes, came in 2,493rd. Personal best.
Before the race started, you changed T-shirts with another runner.
Yes, gave him my lucky shirt.
Halfway through, he collapsed of exhaustion. Or did he? Perhaps Thrush knocked him out and carried him off because they thought he was you. Because he was wearing the number you registered under.
Wait a minute. How would Thrush knock him out?
Tranquilizer dart.
Oh, you've been in the spy business too long.
Well, as a matter of fact, I'm new at it. Again. What I'm trying to tell you is that Thrush probably tried to kidnap you already without you realizing it. And that they'll try again.
Now look, Mr. Silver, this has been our first night on Broadway. Got a lot of mates here, and we're due at Sardi's in 5 minutes. As far as I'm concerned, there's no such thing as Thrush.
What do you think you are doing? Who do you think you are waving a gun at me? This is New York, and here we wave guns at each other. We don't need foreigners coming to do it. I am doing my job. I picked up the case to check the wires behind the...
Case. Combination is still locked.
You're sick. Both of you are sick. You wait to the telephone company to hear about this.
What a splendid idea. Why don't we call your office? What's the number?
555-9507. But my boss, he's been in middle of office party. Old man Golubsky, he's retiring. Beautiful gold watch they are giving him.
What's your boss's name?
Pearson.
Mr. Pearson, please.
Pearson?
Sheldon Pearson here. Who's this?
My name is Kemp. I'm at the Blakemore Hotel. Did you send a telephone engineer over here?
Yeah, room 401, fault on the line.
So I've been told. Can you describe your man?
Well, he's blonde, he's slight.
Blonde.
What's the problem? Can't find the fault or you can't understand him?
No. There's no problem. It's a misunderstanding. It's my fault. We'll send your man back to you.
All right, you do that.
My apologies, sir. I'm a courier, and I carry a great deal of cash, and I'm afraid my bodyguard got a little carried away.
Bed bugs. Bed bugs in every hotel in New York. I tell you both, from telephone company you will be hearing.
All right, Mr. Solo, you convinced me. Uncle may be my protector. Now, what do you think of our testimony?
Maureen, relatively voluptuous.
I think Don Rickles would be a very great...
Not an unattractive one. Not too much hair.
Get your hand! What are you doing? Ow! What's got that hurt? Oh, take it out! Let go!
Tranquilizing dart. Pull it out!
Open Channel D.
This is Raleigh.
We lost them. How did you know the phone number in Pennington Smythe's dressing room?
Routine field information.
You know, they knew. We had 4 cars there. 3 different decoys that looked like Pennington Smythe. All going in different directions. But they only had 1 car covered. We were set up. They were waiting for us.
Mr. Solo, we've received the ransom instructions. The Excelsior Hotel in Tripoli.
Thank you.
You leave tonight.
What do you make of those?
Tripoli. Maybe Thrush's headquarters is somewhere near the ransom drop at the hotel. I'll run the name Angel through Section 4's computer. As for the lake, I don't know, maybe it's Kemp's favorite vacation spot.
Well, what's that? Out of focus in the background.
I don't know, I can't make it out. I told Smythe he had nothing to worry about. That he had uncle agents with him. Maybe Kowalski's right. Maybe I'm too old for this.
Why don't you take it easy on yourself? Thrush knew.
Because I was walking with Smythe, that's why.
You're just one uncle agent. If anything, they probably expect you not to be with him. Better decoy.
Yeah. That's what I thought.
You received your information on the decoy arrangements directly on your communicator from Sir John. Where were you?
At the penthouse. I went back there to make sure that that Andrea was all right before I changed for the theater.
Kemp?
Janice.
Yes, Janice?
We have Pennington Smythe. Call the pilot.
Swenson.
Our cargo is ready for conveyance. Port Lorien Field, Hangar 41. Bring your aviator's license with you and personal identification.
You'll bring the $2,000 in cash.
It will be ready for you. Half on takeoff, half on arrival.
That's good. I'll be there in an hour.
Kuryakin, 555-4247. I have the address.
Are you sure Janice won't recognize you?
We never met each other. It was just a brief moment. You better plug up this leak if you know where to find it.
Ilya.
I will if you will.
Yeah. I know where the leak is now.
Apollyon, please!
You're the only other person who heard that communication with Pennington Smile tonight. In fact, looking back on it, Thrush has been monitoring our movements pretty thoroughly. It just never occurred to me they had someone on the inside. But as Mr. Kowalski said, I'm a little rusty. You certainly went to a lot of trouble, staging that escape to freedom scene at the casino. You're quite a performer, especially that night.
Apollyon, that was for real.
Right. As real as your movies. I want to know who you're communicating with at Thrush. I want to know where Thrush's new headquarters is. I want to know what their next move is. Now!
They have my father. He is a physicist. They kidnapped him in Naples. Trash. I had to do what they told me, Napoleon. I had to.
Try again.
Oh, Napoleon, please, it is the truth. I swear it.
I said try again.
Napoleon, please, I would. Oh! Please, I don't want to go with you. Please.
Is here.
Swenson. We met before.
I fly a lot of people all over the world. I don't remember names or faces.
Maybe you find it better to forget.
I fly you where you want to go. I don't ask questions, nor do I answer. 1,000 now, 1,000 when we land.
Assembly, Station 14.
Janus's plane landed in Chicago this morning. Everything's being set up there now.
And Mr. Solo?
He arrived in Tripoli this afternoon, checked into the hotel.
Monitor Mr. Solo's movements. When we are ready, you will contact him.
Hours.
I'm used to heat. I grew up in Hell's Kitchen. We fried eggs on the sidewalk, but this is hot. Whew. Well, the ransom just arrived. 350 million gems. So, here we sit. A fortune in the hotel safe, spinning our wheels instead of looking for Thrush headquarters. You're not gonna find it anywhere around here.
I wouldn't be too sure about that. Coming back from the airfield, I saw Guido, another car, heading out into the desert.
Guido, like in King Kong? Zephyr's bodyguard? Are you okay? I mean, between tranquilizing darts in your arm and a busted head, you're kind of accident prone.
this happening in the old days?
Well, maybe I was a little faster back there in the old days. What do you got there?
I picked it up at the desk. Not that I think we're gonna have a lot of time for water skiing, but...
Where's this lake?
A few miles out of town.
What's this line back here? Some sort of dam?
Yeah, Angelus Dam. It's been closed down for about 20 years. I was talking to the desk clerk. Tourists used to tramp out there, but got condemned about a month ago. Imagine that. They thought only brownstones in my neighborhood got condemned.
Angel. You say nobody's been out there for a month, huh? Kowalski? You're terrific.
Thanks.
Get him inside.
I hope you enjoyed our swimming pool, Mr. Smythe. We had it built specially. Okay. Armand.
I've told you I don't know how to do that.
We know that's not true. You're well known for your photographic memory. You're an artist. You duplicated all of your father's blueprints.
I won't do it.
Armand. Set the timer. $18 hours. 17 minutes. Coming up on 44 seconds.
I should tell you. I'm not certain how to disarm it.
I don't think that will be necessary for you.
Open Channel D.
Channel D open, Mr. Kiryakin.
I'm in Chicago. Underground somewhere. Pennington, Smythe, Janus, 2 Thrush agents are here.
Where's here?
I don't know yet. I'll let you know when I find out.
You sound out of breath.
I just swam the English Channel.
What?
Never mind.
Get too close to that. It's got a very delicate mechanism. I've been expecting you, Mr. Kuryakin.
Good of you to meet me, Mr. Solo.
Is this isolated enough for you?
Yes, this will do fine. I did so want our first conversation to be in private. He won't listen. He's my good friend Guido.
Yes, we've met.
Well, Napoleon Solo, it's been a long time. You really haven't changed at all.
Well, you have, Zephyr. Grown reckless in your old age. Nuclear blackmail is a very dangerous game. Could blow up in your face.
And where would the world be then, huh?
Suppose I blow a hole through both of you, put the barrel of this gun at the pilot's head, and instruct him to fly to Thrush's headquarters.
Because you know that by now the bomb must be armed. The clock is ticking. Your time is running out. You'll bring the ransom alone to this spot a little before noon tomorrow. By the way, what's it been converted into?
Gems.
Good. It's prettier than all that paper. At that moment, I will radio my headquarters from the helicopter, and the countdown to 12 o'clock will be stopped.
How?
Simply by pressing a button on a control panel that will send an electronic signal across the world. By the way, I should mention there is also a second button on the panel. If the ransom is not delivered, or if you're not alone, that is the button that will be pressed.
And then the bomb will be detonated.
Precisely. There's a specific code I will use in radioing my headquarters. 1 word deviation, or if I don't radio them at all.
Well, what's to stop you from pressing the button after you've received the ransom?
Mr. Solo, this is a business transaction. We are professionals. You take care of your side of the bargain, and I will take care of mine. We must be men of our word, or there'd be no integrity left in the world at all, would there?
And integrity has always been at the basis of Thrush's philosophy. I have a codicil to your straightforward business arrangement.
And what would that be?
You used a nice human being to get at me. Once she did your bidding, you took her from me. I want her back.
What makes you think you can trust her now?
I believe her when she said Thrush kidnapped her father. And besides, your resident monster dragged her from my hotel room by her hair.
He does love his work. All right. I'll bring the girl with me.
Oh, you know, you're looking a lot better than last time I saw you. You're very, very pale, but you look good color now.
Before noon tomorrow, Napoleon Solo. Guido.
What did the big man have to say?
Well, he's going to pick me up tomorrow, the same place he dropped me off today. Just before noon, alone, with the gems. And he's not bluffing. We don't pay the ransom, part of the United States is going to disappear. We do pay it, and he's just insane enough to do it anyway. Open Channel D.
Channel D open, Mr. Solo.
Anything from Mr. Kuryakin?
Nothing since the last communication.
All right, keep monitoring.
Still no word?
He's supposed to check with me every 6 hours.
We know he landed the plane this morning. We know the English kid was with him.
Maybe he's not in a position to answer.
I don't think I'm going to like Chicago. You know? Oh.
I think we would be better off if we could get a hold of the chains.
You've been in this position before?
Frequently.
Oh, how did you get out of it then?
I carried an explosive charge in my watch.
Where do you carry it now?
In my shoe.
What'd they change it for?
Progress.
You know, somehow I knew you were an Uncle Agent.
Unfortunately, so did they.
You knew Janice from before?
It was a long time ago.
Oh, I suppose I may as well know the real name of the man I'm going to die with.
Ilya Nikovich Kuryakin.
Nigel Pennington's knife. Not that it matters, but I don't understand why they want to put the bomb down here.
It's what is above us that matters.
Above us?
Yes, Janice was kind enough to explain it to me. Tomorrow at noon, a speech will be delivered by an Arab president, sympathetic to Western desires. It will draw the usual crowd of demonstrators.
I see, and this explosion will kill this Arab Johnny and all the crowd.
It will do more than that. It will totally destroy this country's energy program. It will look like a terrifying meltdown accident.
Yeah, I have to confess, I haven't the foggiest idea of what you're talking about.
You and I are hanging directly below the core of a nuclear reactor.
That's it. The Angelus Dam. Thrusher's new headquarters.
Yes, Mr. Solo?
I'm certain, Sir John, that Thrush is operating out of the Angelus Dam. We'll have to change our plan.
Explain.
You called me back to Uncle because I know Sefrin. I'm the man who put him away 15 years ago. Well, now that I've talked with him, I'm convinced that he plans to give the signal to detonate the bomb, whether we pay the ransom or not.
What's your alternate plan?
It's going to take some organization. But I want a full Uncle task force here by tomorrow morning. We'll hit the dam 20 minutes before the noon deadline.
That's some kind of risk.
If Mr. Solo is right about Sefrin, it'll give us a chance of stopping the countdown. Your task force will be ready.
I want the task force supervised by Mr. Kowalski.
Very generous. Where are you going to be, pal?
I'll already be inside, pal.
I'm going to try it again.
Anything I can do to help?
This is something I must work out for myself.
Last chance. Very good show. What's that?
Mind your eyes. Here. Cut the hinge. How long do we have?
About 20 minutes.
How long will it take you to disarm the bomb?
I don't know if I can. I'll have to trace all the wiring through in my mind, page by page. How many guards will it be?
None. You won't find a single Thrush agent within 50 miles of that thing. Come on, let's go.
Terrific.
This way, man! To your right, to your right! Move it, move it, move it!
Chicago detonation time, T-minus 14 minutes and counting.
Someone just cut out the east door. Activate all monitors.
Come on. Take cover.
Could hardly miss with that.
Come on.
Go! You're improving.
With age. Where's Andrea? Where's the girl?
The storage room.
Show me out here.
Squad, follow me.
Good night. I'm improving.
All these bloody corridors look the same. I don't even know where to start.
At the beginning. How much time do we have?
9 minutes.
Go to work.
Stupid fools.
Chicago, detonation time, T-minus 6 minutes, 50.
The girl and their father. Kill them both. They're dead, Commander.
Point B. Right. That's right. Positive leading to point D. Now where do I cut? You can't have stayed behind just to kill me.
That's part of it. I wanted to see you sweat a little first.
That bomb will go off in a few minutes.
There are 6 men in the entire world who know how to arm that H-957 device. 2 of those are dead. The 3rd is in Washington. The 4th, Schmidt, is in Berlin. The 5th is your English friend, young Pennington Smythe.
And you're the 6th.
Yes. I am the 6th man.
Your talents are greater than I thought.
Schmidt from Berlin is my uncle. I helped him work on the H-957 device.
If you can arm the bomb, why did you force young Pennington Smythe to do it? Why didn't you arm it yourself?
And have one of the Thrush operatives radio the information back to Sefrin? No, that wouldn't have fit in with my plans at all.
You're going to take the H-957 for yourself. That's why you became involved with Thrush again.
Very good, Mr. Kuryakin.
Why didn't you steal the bomb right away? Right after you brought down the American bomber.
I never thought Thrush trusted me completely. I've been surrounded by their operatives, so I played the hand out. Kidnapped young Pennington Smythe, let him arm the bomb, made sure that Thrush believed that everything was going according to Sefrin's plan. Because once the detonation time came, naturally all the Thrush operatives down here would be gone.
Naturally. Only you came back alone.
You do have a grasp of the situation, Mr. Kuryakin.
I assume if you can arm the bomb, you can also disarm it.
It's a little more complicated, but yes, I can disarm it. Of course, that means that Uncle has paid Thrush a $350 million ransom for nothing. And I have what everyone wants. Open to the highest bidder, including Thrush.
You're still playing the same game. Treachery and double-cross.
If you try to stop me from killing you by killing me, there will be no one to defuse the bomb. Young Pennington Smythe will never figure it out. And you'd be condemning the president of a sympathetic Arab nation, all the people above us, and half the state to death. It's an interesting problem. You should have shot straighter at me all those years ago. Goodbye, Mr. Kuryakin.
much hands inside. Come on, spread out, spread out.
Get my things.
Chicago, detonation time, T-minus 4 minutes, 30 seconds, and counting.
They're stealing.
Napoleon Solo. You can imagine how long I've looked forward to this meeting.
Must be rewarding.
How do you stay so young?
Good makeup, man.
Huh?
Good makeup! Is he all right?
Oh, Napoleon!
Your father?
Yes. Oh,
Where's Saffron?
he's at the end of the tunnel through the anteroom, but there is a steel door sealing it off.
All right, stay in his room. I'll be back for you. Well, we meet again. I don't suppose you'd like to discuss this, huh? I told you we should have discussed it.
I've disconnected 12 circuits and several wires. Been through every blueprint in my mind. This should be the last one. 2 wires left. One red, one blue. I don't know which one to cut.
If you cut the right one?
It'll stop the clock.
The wrong one?
It'll detonate.
Oh.
Mr. Solo.
It was the red one.
Good.
Ilya?
It was the red one.
Good.
Where have you been?
I thought a vacation in Libya might do me some good.
Libya?
Dry desert heat, good for the lungs. The Thrush is going to have to look for a new headquarters.
Good.
You know something?
What?
This all seemed a lot easier 15 years ago.
It was. How about Saffron?
He may have got away.
Nice gun, Blazhalski. Did you say goodbye to Andrea for me?
Well, what do you think I've been doing for the last 5 minutes?
I appreciate it. By the way, what did happen with Saffron?
Disappeared. But I'm certain Sir John will be hearing from our Thrush again.
And the ransom?
Converted back into cash and returned to the banks.
Pity. 350 million in jewels would be nice to hold in your hand. Just for a moment.
Did you settle your account with Janice?
I settled it.
How about young Pennington Smythe?
His performance out of town in Chicago was very good. Enjoying the computer business?
Oh, yes, it's great. Truly fascinating. However, I'm finding it increasingly more and more difficult having a meaningful relationship with the machine. You enjoying the frock business?
It's wonderful. Make a great deal of money. But there are a few weird people in it. At least when someone's shooting at you, you know where you are.
There is still no further word on the disappearance of Air Force One carrying the Secretary of State to the Paris Oil Conference. We will interrupt this program with an update. Now we'll return you to our regular program.
Open Channel D.
Mr. Solo?
Yes, Sir John?
Is Mr. Kiriakin with you?
Yes.
I was wondering, are the two of you doing anything for the next few days?